What's up, everybody? It is, wow, 2:01 on March 7th. It has been a while since we have done a show, you guys. Jason's been getting questions. I've been getting questions. When are you guys coming back? What's going on? Guys, it's tough being the celebrities in the online selling world that we are, Jason. Things come up. So I was in the Caribbean for 2 weeks on the Sea Commerce cruise with Stephanie Inge, who we hope is doing well. You heard she was in an accident. She got hit by a car in front of like Ross or something, coming out shopping. So we hope that Stephanie is doing better. That took me out of town, and you at ASD, and you were tied up for a few days, and things just happen. And guys, we hope things are just happening for you guys as well, whether you're out there selling, hustling, writing books, teaching others, helping your fellow online sellers, whatever it is. We hope things are happening for you. But if you're here at 2:01, we call it the 2:01 East Coast, 11:01 West Coast hour. We are thankful you are joining us live. We'll try and give you guys some great information, answer a bunch of questions for you today. I am your co-host, Chris Green from ScanPower, representing the Amazon side of the eBay versus Amazon hour, with my co-host from the West Coast, Jason T. Smith. Jay, what's up, buddy?
Yo, what's happening? I screwed up on all my where everything is today, so I think I'm running it correctly, but I've made more work for myself. See what happens when you're off for a couple of weeks? Like, I'm rusty. Even though I do a weekly show with Nadine, for some reason I'm rusty with this show. Hello.
Hey, it happens, man. You got to try and keep organized. And then I saw your post last week, or maybe it was just yesterday, where you sold a CD and you couldn't find it. Right? And I mean, I can see 300 CDs in your office right here from my office. And these things happen. And I think we should almost start the show off with that as a, guys, look, the great Jason T. Smith screwed up, messed up, still don't know how it happened, but apparently it happened, and was not able to fulfill an order. And what did he do about it, right? Did he make excuses? Did he blame the customer? I'm not going to tell the story. Jason, you tell the story.
Well, I think what happened was I never had it. That's what I think.
You recognize it? Like, it doesn't look familiar?
Yeah, because it was a 3 CD set, and I only sold it for $5, and the rest are like $40. So I'm thinking the barcode brought something else up, or I scanned the cover because I didn't have a barcode, and I just didn't notice. That's my thought. Either way, I didn't have what the customer wanted or thought they purchased from me, and I said, well, whoops.
It's on you.
Yeah, it is on me. So I said, whoops, and I wrote them right away. Well, actually, here's what happens. It was Friday afternoon, and I was just getting ready to finish shipping, and the order came in. So, of course, I have till Monday morning, but, of course, I want to get it out quickly. And so I went to look for it, and I looked at every CD and couldn't find it. And I looked at every CD again, couldn't find it. So I set my packages out. I went downstairs. I work on CDs downstairs, so I'm looking in there. Maybe it fell in a tub of things to work on when it was already listed. Still didn't find it, so I called it a day on Friday. Saturday, I said, here, Stace, here's what you're looking for. Go. Because sometimes fresh eyes can find your items. And she couldn't find it either. So there was a point where I just gave up because, you know, not that my customer isn't worth it, but I viewed everything twice. My wife viewed everything. What am I going to do? So I write the customer and I say, look, I'm so sorry. This is not the way I normally conduct business. I cannot find your item. If and when I do, I'm just going to send it to you free of purchase. Here's all your money back. I am so sorry, and I left it at that. Now, you tend to think to expect the customer like, you're a dick, and then come back and yell at you. And my customer was just the opposite. He goes, geez, thanks for the most honest message ever. Right. And I said, you're welcome. I go, honesty is just, you know, it's the best policy. It sounds so cliche, but it is. And he said, thanks. I goes, yeah, I was really looking forward to that CD, but you know what? I'll come back and shop with you again because you're honest. Easy, right?
And you took a little extra time. You didn't just like write the note and saying, hey, couldn't find it, sorry, order canceled, right? Like you took an extra 60 seconds out of your day and actually wrote that, yes, I really did look, and this and that and that. And I think that's part of what makes it more personal. And then people are like, oh, this guy actually wrote this out. He actually took the time. This is an actual true story. because I've ordered from sellers where I think I got like a good deal, and I think I've gotten some too good of deals that they're like, oh, screw this, I'm just not going to ship it. And those are the ones that get lost. Or hey, I broke it. I had one that said I was driving my eBay purchases to the post office, had an accident, and every single package got destroyed in the fender bender, right? So thankfully they're okay, but all of the items completely destroyed. Like, dude, like I don't even care. Like I would take a seller saying, "Hey, I listed this. I really thought it would sell for more. I really don't want to sell for this price." And look, I'm not gonna like start a fight and be like, "No, no, no, you have to ship it." If someone's just honest, communication solves everything, especially online transactions.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was, and like I said, I didn't expect it for them to be that like cool, so to speak, and but I was happy to share with my group, and the funny thing was, what I was sharing was, look, because there's this whole mentality of Chicken Little, the sky is falling. And what I was sharing was, look, customers aren't naturally out to get you. They are humans just like us. They realize a mistake has been made, and no big deal. And what I got was, oh, thank God I'm the only one who misplaces things. And that wasn't going to be my lesson, but okay, both are good lessons. You're not alone if you've misplaced or lost something. But I was going for something a little different, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
Dude, I just had the greatest idea for a line of merch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's too good to even.
All right.
Oh, man, this is so good.
So let's catch up a little bit. You and I have not talked, and we're girlfriends. We talk quite a bit, and you and I have not talked really in weeks for a couple of reasons. One is, as you said, you were in the Caribbean on an e-commerce cruise for a week, and then the second you got back, pretty much it was ASD here in Vegas, and we had hundreds of our friends, if not thousands, in town, and so there were so many events, and I spoke, and we partied, and people cut deals, and so now we're catching up. Hey, Chris, how you been?
Dude, it's been good. We did a little bit of traveling. We had Jen and the kids came on the cruise, which is not common for them to travel with me. And what also is not common is for ASD to go down without me in town.
No kidding.
I assume that everything, went the way it was supposed to, right? Like I think ASD can survive without me, thankfully. But it was weird to see the pictures and all this stuff going on and not being there. But I was home because it was my wife's birthday, and she is a leap year baby, which means she only has a birthday once every 4 years. So it is a little more. It's not just, oh, it's someone's birthday. Like when it's my birthday, like I think I'm flying to Philly on my birthday, and like I don't care. It's not like a big deal. But when it's your leap year birthday, it's a big deal. So we had a few special things planned. I used some online arbitrage skills to get a $700 coffee maker for $194, and it's kind of weird. If I had to pay full price for that, Jen would have been furious, absolutely furious.
Oh yeah.
But considering the deal that I got, she absolutely loves it. So online arbitrage saved the day, and I made a video about it. I haven't shared it yet, so I will share how to get $700 coffee makers for $200 at some point. So follow me around the internet if you want to find out how to do that. But yeah, Mondays just kind of kept being busy for us, right?
Yeah.
Especially like when weekend events are going on, it ends up being like a travel day. Yeah, a lot goes on.
So speaking of honesty is the best policy, as you and I did last year, we had a big old party at Frankie's for ASD. And we had about 70 people show up, and you and I sat at Frankie's from 6 to 1:30.
Yeah, we were there so long that we ordered food twice.
And we watched the bartender start his shift and end his shift. I have never been in one bar that long in my life. So even though Chris Green's not going to be here, we decided to do it all over again. And this time I actually put out the word way ahead of time. I shared it in lots of Facebook groups. But honesty is the best policy. A lot of friends who said they were coming didn't show up. And when I just messaged them later, I said, hey, what happened? And not that, you didn't make it, you didn't make it. It's no big deal. The responses I got were such bullshit that I'm like, couldn't find it. Well, then you're the only person ever because we had Frankie's packed to the gills and the seams were bursting. But don't tell me we all have smartphones and you were on Charleston and you couldn't find Frankie's. It's a bar that's been there for 56 years.
Dude, they should download Google Maps.
Yeah. And there's other things. Just say, look, I'm beat. Because ASD, if you walk the floor, ASD beats you up. I fully get that. But don't give me some half-assed lame-brained lie. Just tell me you were beat. And not that I care either way. I was just checking on friends who I knew were coming and then didn't show up. And I got to be thinking, I'm like, you okay? Like, what happened? You were coming. And, I heard some false stories. I know it. But it's all good. I mean, I still love my friends. They didn't come. No big deal. But they missed the big party. And I got to tell you, Chris, here's what you missed. You ready? Because you haven't heard this yet.
I haven't heard many stories from ASD.
I got hammered. And how often have you heard me say that? Never?
There's maybe one time where you might have been hammered, and that's because I was hammered and didn't remember it.
Yeah, I got so hammered that luckily I was with a friend who wasn't drinking. I said, you got to drive. I was just, and it hit me all at once. It's like I got roofied. We're just going along having a good time, and I'm like, I got to go home now. And I was with friends who were staying with me, and my friend Robin goes, I just got a drink. I go, put it in a to-go cup. I have to go right now. And I was
so drunk that you were dissing on your haters.
No, I wasn't that. Well, my wife texted me and said, all right, because she was home.
You do that sober. That was a joke.
Yeah. Sorry. I was already barreling ahead. My wife was already at home, and she's like, be careful. Be quiet when you come in. I'm going to sleep. And I go, that ain't going to happen. I was coherent enough to text her back and go, yeah, that won't happen. I am hammered. But something's going on in my body where I don't have hangovers anymore. I woke up at 7:45 next morning, ready to go.
That's impressive.
So, I didn't get to the point of going pulling a Chris Green and going, all the lanes are crisscrossing. But I was on the edge. I was right there on the edge.
Well, if you get there, just let me know because I can tell you what that's like.
No, you can't. You don't remember most of those conversations. But ASD was good. It was fun. It's always great to see our friends. It was great to live in a city. Like, look, Chris, you live in Rehoboth, Mass. No one ever visits Rehoboth, Mass. No one.
No, but, I mean, you've been here.
No, but what I'm saying is I live in a city where everyone shows up. Every one of our friends shows up for one reason or another throughout the year, at least once. And so it's so refreshing and fun to live here because all suddenly, like, look, I was at the airport 3 times in an hour and a half on Saturday morning. Dwayne and I were morning drinking because I picked him up and we went and drank ass juice at 11 a.m. I love this city.
I'm trying to catch up with the chat. Awesome, Teresa's here. Always good to see Teresa.
Yes, and this hat is brand new. Thank you, W. Weeder. Has not been washed or disinfected, and I'm sure my wife is pissed right now. Because also this one actually comes down to my beard. So if there is issues, I will have issues.
Is that like a goofy, like
yes,
Disney ears?
Yes, it's an actual Disneyland hat, goofy ears, and it was picked up at Goodwill for $2.99. Like, what a deal!
Dude,
like,
what's that worth on eBay?
I didn't even look it up because my friend Debbie gave it to me, and I knew I was going to wear it on our next show. But $3, that is such an easy purchase, and it's all very squishy, so it'd be easy to ship. No big headaches. But I like this hat. This hat's fun. It's warm, though. I will not be wearing this hat in the summertime in Vegas. That's for sure. So, tell me about the cruise. Yeah, I haven't heard much. Like, shenanigans, family time. How were the meetings or whatever you guys called it on the cruise?
There were some late nights. I mean, the first day of meetings, like the day at sea while we're traveling, was like the Chris Green show. So I did 3 presentations in one day, which I think that actually worked out well because we could talk about a whole bunch of different things, and everybody kind of got, okay, this Chris Green guy knows what he's talking about. We talked about kind of introduction to merch by Amazon, Amazon's print-on-demand T-shirt business or platform, and then we did kind of some advanced merch, and then we did create space self-publishing. So it's a little different than, let's talk eBay, let's talk Amazon, let's talk FBA. Guys, if you guys don't know Amazon, eBay, and FBA by now, like, where you been, right? Like, these... There's enough information out there free on the market you guys can get for all this stuff. So I was talking about things that I would say are my strengths right now: Merch by Amazon and CreateSpace, Kindle, self-publishing stuff. So that was the first day, and then you're there for 3 days. So like there's three ports, and you stop and do different things, and then there was another day of sessions where Mike and Brittany. Have you met Mike and Brittany Ross?
I don't think so.
Well, they'll be in Orlando. They were talking retail arbitrage, and Stephanie talked about social media, and
They're in Scan Power.
and what?
I'm assuming they're in your group, Scan Power.
Oh, of course.
All right, well, I'm looking them up right now while you're talking. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, they're smart. So, yeah, it was good. And I was surprised how many people did not stay up late. Right, like I went out, like Jen would go to bed, and I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna go hang out, see if anybody wants to hang out, just because, like, I know a lot of people came on the cruise, they wanted to see me and some of the other speakers, so I'll do my part and I'll hang out as late as people want to hang out. But a lot of people didn't. But the ones who did, I guarantee they got a lot of value for staying up, and it's not just like picking someone's brain. I mean, it's like it is what it is. Like you could go pick Tony Robbins' brain. He's not going to tell you any secrets that like are going to magically make you a millionaire. But you're going to form relationships, and then that's when stuff kind of happens. So that part was good. It was fun to stay up with the guys on the cruise. I don't know if they'll do it again next year. I think they're planning one. I would give the advice to combine it with the Scanner Monkey cruise, and just have one cruise. I don't think there's.
How many people were on this one? Do you know the number?
I think like 50 people went, but not everybody went to all the sessions because some people, wives and husbands and
Right, yeah.
and then some people just went because they were like friends of people. They're like, well, yeah, we'll go on the cruise. It's like a big deal. And yeah, I just think they should combine it. I mean, one of the problems was there's no cell phones, so it's not as easy to just go on Facebook and be like, hey, I'm heading to the Fifth Deck bar.
Yeah,
like,
I know. When you
boat to find somebody and like get lucky.
I was thinking about. Oops, wrong one. I was thinking about that. Because I don't know if I was talking to you or somebody else that was just on a cruise. I go, is there Wi-Fi? And they're like, yeah, when you're in port there is nowadays. And I'm like, oh, okay. But on the boat, yeah, they should in this day and age, there should be something built that when you go in these huge groups, you can be like, hey, we're all meeting at the Fifth Deck bar right now, and then everybody gets that message somehow.
Well, they did have satellite internet on the boat. We paid for that. It was really slow. You could only have it on one device, so it wasn't like you could like chat with somebody. But they do make. I found two companies that make devices that basically turn your smartphone into a walkie-talkie. So they have like a 5-mile range. That'd be perfect for like if you're a husband and wife and you each have one, then you can communicate with each other. Which for Jen and I would have been very handy because she's doing something here and I don't know where she is. So we like leave notes for each other in the cabin to be like, at 5 o'clock I was here and we went to this place and. We'll stop back before we go. The modern conveniences of instant communication are a little lost.
Well, yeah, because also we're so used to it nowadays, and all of a sudden you're in a position where you don't have that. You're just like, oh, what do I do?
Yep.
Hey, speaking of not staying up late, so I'll tell you the name later. I won't throw her under the bus by name, but a mutual friend of ours showed up for ASD. Picked her and her spouse up, and it was only like 8:30 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. And I had to pick up somebody else in an hour and a half. And so their hotel, between the airport and their hotel, was Double Down plus 1,000 other bars. I say, hey, let's grab a drink. No, we're going to get some sleep. This is after they told me they'd never been to Vegas ever. I go, so let me see if I get this straight. You left kids, pets, your business all at home, and you get to Vegas, the true city that never sleeps, and the first thing you want to do is go to sleep? You can sleep in. Like, let's go get. Nope, I couldn't even talk him into one drink. I'm like, all right, you got to live your life a little fuller than that. And speaking of, that's what I want to talk about at the Scan Power Conference in Orlando in 2 weeks.
Well, you'll get the stage. You'll be one of the few select speakers, because that's how we do it at Scan Power conferences.
And I've been thinking, all right, anytime I'm in like at ASD, here's all these people who do arbitrage, retail arbitrage, wholesale, retail, and they're turning tens of thousands of dollars of business, so they're way bigger sellers than me. And I'm like, what can I bring to the table? And I figured out what I could bring to the table in Scam Power or at ASD, and I got a lot of people thanking me after the fact, messaging me on Facebook. And then I'm like, all right, so Scam Power Conference, what am I going to talk about that people are going to sit and go, that was pretty good? And so I started thinking about an idea, and then last night my wife and we went and saw Steve Martin and Martin Short live in concert last night. And Steve Martin, yeah, it was awesome. Steve Martin is 70, Martin Short 65, and they have the spirit and the mobility of much younger people. And it's nice to see, like, you see some 70-year-olds, like, look, we watch Cops, and they'll tell the age of somebody they just arrested, and it'll be like 5 years younger than my wife, and they look 20 years older. And so it's nice to see someone at that age who doesn't act it and acts young. But Steve said something that made me really solidify what I want to talk about. And Steve's like, I'm touring with my best friend, and I'm telling jokes like I've done all my life. But he also plays bluegrass music, for those of you who don't know, and he brings his band as part of the show. And that's his thing. Playing music now is his thing. And he said, I like my life. As a matter of fact, he goes, I love my life. I get to hang out with my best friend, make people laugh, and play my music all in one evening. And that's kind of what I had been thinking about talking about. Is I think some people in our circles, Chris, and our followings, they work their ass off but forget the fun part of life. And so I think I'm going to talk about that. And not all of us have the same idea what fun is, and some of us have kids, some of us don't. But I think that'll be my motivation, is to motivate others to make sure they don't forget to have fun.
I can dig it. Quick, man. You made your flight?
Oh yeah. I'm rock and rolling. You get one chance around on this ride, and if you leave the fun part out, and look, I know people who follow me, who know me, are gonna be like, well, I don't care to drink rum at a tiki bar, and I'm not talking that specific. I'm talking like my wife and I went to the show last night, and it was like a little date night. And not that we need date nights because we don't have kids, but it was nice. We got showered, put on nicer clothes because it was at a nicer place. It was at the Coliseum at Caesars. We went there ahead of time and had a nice little dinner and got a cocktail and enjoyed the show. I mean, and I think I missed some jokes because I was really thinking about my Scam Power Conference speech. I want to, inspire others, and that's kind of where I'm going.
You become a motivational speaker.
Yeah. Now, Nadine, who's in the chat, hi, Nay, my other partner in crime, she said they have the funds to keep well preserved. Well, true, but they're not Kardashians. Steve and Martin, there's no facelift going on, hair thinning. They're aging gracefully, I'll put it that way. But they both did their dances at the end. Steve Martin kind of did his jerk dance, and Martin Short did his Ed Grimley dance, and I was just like, man, I saw some 50-year-olds at the slot machine who could barely walk. And so, that kind of inspires me. And my folks are a very young 73, so that inspires me. Your in-laws, too. They're out and about doing things all the time. In-laws, right? Jen's parents.
Oh, they're always up and about.
Right, that's where I stayed. Okay, I was thinking, did I say your parents or Jen? Yeah. So, that's what I want to make people aware of, because I think some of our friends forget that part, Chris.
I think people do. They forget what the point is, right? Like it's the American style. I forget who I was saying this to. Like a lot of Americans live to work, where most of the world works to live. They work so that they have money to do what they want to do instead of work. And then this was also one of the things that kind of describes men. A lot of the times is that work is what they would say is primacy, right? Like that's what you're known for, that's what's important, that's what you'll be remembered for, that's your legacy, that's what's important, work. And if you don't stop and think about it, that might even sound good. Be like, yeah, I want to be known as, for like getting stuff done and like maybe doing all this. It's like, guys, it's just work, right? Like do your work and then do what you want to do. And some people like work. Right, so if you like what you do, then you've got the best of both worlds. You're like, okay, this is great. I get to do what I want to do every day and get paid for it. This is great. But don't do it at the expense of something else. Everything is an opportunity cost. The time you're spending doing that means times you're not spending doing something else. And people just need to stop and think about it. That's all. Because we have options that generations before us never had.
Oh yeah.
Not even close. I mean, I don't know. I would not do well if I lived in like a different generation.
I think the title of my speech is going to be 27 and a half ways my life turned out awesome.
You should like have the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air like theme song when you go up.
And as a little a little heads up, the half is Stacy because she's about half the size of a normal adult.
Is she coming?
No, because she's going. She's got to be in Cincinnati the week before, so we're gonna high five pretty much at the airport and say, "See ya."
Fair enough.
But it sounds very narcissistic. 27 and a half ways my life turned out awesome. But when you see it and you hear it, most of it's going to be really about the last 5-6 years, and that's all the people, you and the 44 watching us, and I see Teresa and Nadine and Henry and all the people that we've become friends with, whether in real life or virtually, has made my life way more rich and rewarding, and it's. And like you said, living in this time, it's because of this, the internet, YouTube, Facebook. We've all become friends, and it's made us, it's made our friendships better. It's made our businesses better. It's made life better. And so that's what I want to talk about. Nose to the Grindstone is great, but there's an age where you got to be like, look, John Lawson came to Vegas for ASD, and he shared his calendar, and I happened to notice where he was staying, and I texted him. I said, dude, we are way too old with too good of a pocketbook checking account to stay at shitholes, and he was staying at Palace Station. And he thought I meant from a perspective of, ooh, I wouldn't want my friends to see me staying there, like status. And I said, no, dude, the carpeting is crunchy. The 7-Eleven out front has made more guest appearances on the TV show Cops than any other place in the country. I said, no, what I'm saying is, when we're 19 and we pile 6 to a room, that's where you stay. When you're 50 and you've got some money in your bank account, you don't need to stay there. You don't have to go to the penthouse at Wynn either, but you don't need to stay at a place that you might get cooties just walking in.
Yeah, we don't need that.
No, and he saw what I was trying to, and he goes, yeah, you're right. Sorry, I got it now. No, I don't need to have status where I stay, but what I need is to have a nice place that's not going to give me yuckiness. You understand? You understand what I'm saying?
I'm with you. All right. If the chat room's got questions, either about eBay or about Amazon or just this show or the future of this show.
Future.
Oh, Scanner Monkey is in the house. I don't know if it's Jay or if it's Cordelia. It's one of them. Guys, we want to give you guys a little feedback on where we want to take this show as we approach the bottom of the hour here. A lot of times these shows go about an hour. It's Jay. All right, Jay, I got your message. I will call you after this show. And guys, we want to use the word primacy again in a sentence here. The primacy of what we want to do, or the primary reason we do this show, is to help you guys out, right? We want to provide value to you. We want you to get questions answered. We want you to move forward with your business. We want you to understand that there is no such thing as a thrifting emergency, because, guys, everything's cheap at the thrift store. If you can't look it up, make a decision. Buy it or don't buy it, but do not spend 45 minutes looking it up in the store. And do not make emergency phone calls to Jason T. Smith if you're not sure if that $1 item is considered tiki or not. If you think it is, spend the dollar. It's just $1. All right, time is money, and we want to respect that time is money thing with this show and the time you guys spend here. We want to help you guys not just make money, but just get better and improve your business. Mostly in an indirect way. You're not going to make money by listening to us, but maybe you'll learn a new category to look for. How about tiki? For anybody that's never looked for tiki, look for tiki stuff. You don't know what tiki is? Put tiki into Google Images and get some great examples. And when you don't know, just buy it anyway. And then tag Jason T. Smith on Facebook, and he will tell you if it is tiki or if it is what's the most common confused tikis, like Easter Island stuff, or
no? Because Easter Island is tiki, so Moais are tiki. But what gets confused is African fertility gods and like Jamaican carvings kind of things you pick up on the way back to the cruise ship.
Right.
So
Okay.
those are not all tiki is Polynesian, and Polynesia stretches. You have to look at a map, but it stretches all the way from Hawaii all the way down to Easter Island into New Zealand. So there's a big area, and through those geographic regions. So you got Hawaii and Tahiti and Fiji and New Zealand and Easter Island. They all have different tikis, but they're all tikis. But tikis only come from the South Pacific. So if you're picking up tikis in Zimbabwe, not a tiki.
So there's your first lesson in tikis, and you get a lot more lessons for free. So that's the kind of stuff we want you guys to pick up on. So if you're making mistakes, you stop making them. If you're not doing some pretty easy, obvious things that'll help your business, we want you to start doing those things. And that's kind of what this show was about. But the show being live presents its challenges. One, when either Jason or I are busy, preoccupied, traveling, speaking, doing all kinds of other things, then the show doesn't go on. And it also requires you guys to be live to listen. I know a lot of you guys listen on replay, and we appreciate the replay listeners as well. But we want to find the best way to communicate the most content in the shortest amount of time, so that you guys can listen and get the same info in as most efficient way as possible. And I'll tell you one thing that I am more excited, and I go back and forth on being live, but live shopping trips with the new Facebook Live feature, I'm in love with. I think it's incredible because people can watch along. You can talk through your thought process as you're picking stuff up, as you're looking things up. Now, Jason, you got wireless on your iPad, right?
Oh, of course, got to.
I didn't know if you just shared a connection or something.
No.
No, dude, you just need mount your phone on a necklace or something, and just go look up stuff in the store and hold it up to your iPad and be like, "This is what I'm doing. This is why I picked it up. I didn't know what it was, so I looked it up, saw some completeds, got on my worth point, did this, messaged somebody, sent them a picture, found out it's worth this much money, and I put it in my cart." Well, I take that back because you're not much of a look up on the fly guy as I am. You rely on your experience a little more and just and shop a lot quicker.
Yeah, have you seen my new Periscope TV series?
I haven't watched it every one of them. Yeah,
so I started three episodes ago. I was going to call it one thing, and then I said something out loud oh no, that's what it's called. So the show is called Show Me What You Got. So I'm just going to roll up on people who got a full cart and be like, all right, show me what you got. Here's a few sweet things I found, and then dig through their cart. So far, the first 3 episodes have featured people I knew, so it was an easy setup. But the last one, and actually, Chris, it was somebody who had donated to Wounded Warriors to go shopping with me, came into town this week, and we took her and her daughter out, and we went thrifting, and then we set them on a couch. Show me what you got, and they showed off their stuff. And the crazy thing was, we staged it a little bit. I said, and it's always from some nasty-ass piece of furniture in the back of a thrift store. That's always a prerequisite. So we set it all up, and while we were setting it up, we got an audience in the store. All these people gathered around us. So I had this great audience online. I had a local audience, and it's just like a 5-minute show. Show me what you got. So I'm going to get some T-shirts made up, and we were going to call it the Lifestyles of the Thrifty and Infamous, to play off the old Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. And then once I said, show me what you got, and everyone liked it, even my wife was like, oh, I like Show Me What You Got. So there it is.
Much better. I like that name way better.
Yep. But it's one of those things where, when you do stuff like Chris and I do, whether it's this show or Thrifty Business or anything, go in with a little bit of a plan. But, man, once something hits, be open to change, because I like Show Me What You Got, and just the whole inflection of it way better than my original title.
No, and I think people need to be open to change, and know when it's time to keep going with something, and know when it's time to, change a little bit. And nothing's permanent. You can always come back. But yeah, I've been doing live shopping trips, and I've been doing Snapchat story shopping trips. So when I find something that's worth sharing, I share it on Snapchat to the story, and you can put all the story together into one video that can be shared later. And it's a nice way to share great info and great content with the people who actually follow. And you can get your Periscope streams, and you can replay them later. And there's a lot of, I don't want to say cons, but there's what each platform is really strong at. That's why I like Facebook Live, because you guys know I'm a Facebook guy. like my audience is on Facebook. I'm sharing on Facebook. I'm not doing as much on Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat. So to be able to go live on Facebook to my profile and my groups, it's huge. It's awesome. So, no, it's going to be good. So you guys, everybody listening now or later, replay, whatever, you guys need to follow us on at least on Facebook so you'll get updates when we do go live. Because when you go live on Periscope, doesn't it paste it into your Facebook account?
Yep, you can set where it goes. Right now I have it set to my wall, my personal wall, not my group, because my normal friends like seeing it too, and not all my normal friends are in my group. And then the ones that are specific to like Thrifting in the Store, I will post a link in the group. But you know, I keep expanding it too. I keep thinking about what can make it funnier. So I put my guests on a couch. I found a chair on wheels, and I come wheeling into the scene. I know I ran into my guests, but I know I'm going to fall off at some point. But you know, it makes it fun. I know people are waiting for it, and this week I will be grabbing my first straight up stranger. I was going to do it on the second one because I did my one friend Robin on the first one, and our goal was to go in the next door and do it. And there was only about 25 people in there. About half were acting cray-cray, which would have been fine, but no one had anything in their cart. Like, I'd never seen so many empty carts in my life, so I'm like, well, that's freaking boring. There's no one shopping. I mean, they're shopping, but they couldn't find much. So I just used my friend Robin again, and then I used Gene, who donated to the Wounded Warriors. So thank you, Gene, if you see this. But this week, maybe tomorrow, Wednesday, I'm popping into a store, grabbing a stranger at random who's got a full cart, and going, show me what you got. So we'll see what other people buy. So I'm sure at some point I'll get thrown out or get punched or something, but it'll be good on the air. You know, when things go awry is when it's funnier.
Man, someone already has smwyg.com.
It's too funny that you just looked that up. So yeah, so that's what I've been using Periscopes. You know, I've been doing some general musings, and anytime something good or bad happens in my online selling, I'll throw one up. And the only problem with Show Me What You Got is it's really hard to interact, and I like interacting with people who are asking questions, especially if I'm having a friend film it, like I can't even see the screen. So it was very weird to turn that over, but on the ones I'm just at my desk, I can interact, I can reply, I can chat, and I'm having over 100 people tune in, 150 people tune in, so I think I'll keep building it. But it doesn't mean I won't try the Facebook Live. I just haven't done it yet. I saw you were burning some wood the other day.
Dude, I really like Facebook Live.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because I haven't done it yet, nor seen one as it just starts. Okay, so I've got my phone next to me. You go live. How do I know you're live? Where
All right,
Periscope whistles at you.
Let's do this. Let's screen share. I'm getting like super interactive for you guys.
Are we gonna go down the rabbit hole? We can suck. Oh my God, we're getting sucked into the vortex.
There we go. All right, so you guys can see my phone now. I don't think I can make it any bigger. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I can. All right, here's my phone. Here's my home screen. There's nothing on here. Yeah, everything's safe. So let's do this. Cancel. All right, so I'm going to update, and see that little face, a little profile with lines around it. That means go live. All right, so I can go live right now. So Jason, I don't know if you're going to see it because it's probably going to go to your news feed, which I'm guessing you're going to get updates from me. But I can say live on Google Hangout. And we're going to say this is public, so I could just go to my friends, right? Like, hey, you got to be my friend to get some of this action. It's going to count it down.
Some of this Chris Green action.
What's up, guys? We are live here on Facebook Live. If you're seeing this, you're probably found in your news feed because we are Facebook friends. You're following me on Facebook. But we are live right now on, let me turn the camera around, The eBay versus.
Oh
Whoa!
yeah, we have gone down the vortex now, brother.
That's a little much. Uh, it is all the way live down there, man.
Okay,
Creeping.
so I did get, you know, a Facebook indicator. Chris Green is live, but what I like about Periscope, and obviously they don't have this, you know, Periscope whistles at people, so it's an instant, hey, wake up and go watch.
Yeah, I'm down with that. And it may be. I mean, you got to use both platforms the best way to use them, right? So on Facebook, you can see my screen right now. I don't have a way to share, but all right, we're going full circle now. All right, so let's go over here where I
Because, you
should be
know,
live.
when you and I talked about this earlier, I'm thinking if I go live right in my group, I wouldn't mind while I'm sitting at my desk doing some other things. Like, I'll answer questions live for like 10, 15 minutes.
Look at this. This is how you get people. This is where my audience is, right? Share this to the group. Scan power, and now when I go to scan power, it should actually play natively. Look at this, right in the group.
Okay, so I'm hopping over to Scan Power to look at it too. Like, yeah, we are getting sucked into the vortex. That's for damn sure.
Chef Lizette is here. Chef's always good to see you. There's no bubbles here today. No. Uh, Double M, Roman numerals for 2K. What's going on? So,
Okay,
guys,
so where's the interaction though? Can people type? You know, I haven't done it yet, so.
all right, let me put reflector back on the screen.
Uh-oh.
All right, so you see me again, right? You see me
Yeah.
on the feed. So I can see these as I go. I can see Michelle and Teresa join and Mike and Matt. You know, and I can. So I mean, what can I like respond? Oh, so look at this. I can like give thumbs up to people who are like, you know. So I can't chat with them, right? Like
Okay.
I can't respond here other than responding live. But this is what I would do. I mean, I got 55 viewers. I mean, these people are coming over from the group. Oh, Yolanda's here with Irma in LA, still picking up all the ASD buys.
Okay, so all those people who are watching you live right now, ask them, what the hell? Weren't you watching our actual show live?
Hey, that's a good question, guys. You're watching this show, but you're not watching the eBay versus Amazon show. But here's a real question for everybody that's watching live. If you're able to comment, let me know if you found this because you came from my page, you got a notification or whatever it might be, or you found it in the Scam Power group where you got a notification or you were there posting or replying or reading, whatever it might be. I'm betting it's going to be 4-1 from the group. There was a lot of echo. What's the? Oh, because you're listening to both. Yeah, I'm not listening.
Oh
to
yeah,
both.
if you have both on, yes, you will definitely hear. You have to mute Chris's live. Well, either one of our shows, but you got to mute one of them.
Yeah, mute one of them. So this is what I would do. I would go to a store, right? And I can go around like this, and I can be like, "Hey guys, look, you know they got a couple iPhones here. This is how you look up what model it is, so I can see if it's like 128 gig, and like, okay, it's great. Want to do that? I can go around and do stuff. I mean, you guys, I mean, you can see the pile of stuff and books, and I got Hulk Hogan back here somewhere. Yeah, the Hulkster's
What you
back
gonna
there.
do, brother?
My Michael Jordan jersey, lighting and all this stuff. But I can be in a store doing some live stuff and answering questions on the fly. So this is why it's important to follow us. Man, that is looking a little trippy now.
Isn't that awesome?
And I can bring it back. So it's not that one is better than the other. I do like how Periscope whistles at you. Facebook Live is pretty new to be out. But yeah, look, I mean, I had 68 viewers. I mean, I had like 11 when I was burning stuff the other day and just went live on my page. So that's one reason why I have two phones. So I'll be able to go live on one phone and share from you can use your iPad, right? Like I use phone. As long as you have two connected devices.
Wait, you don't have two phones because you have one for your wife and one for your girlfriend?
No, I mean, actually right here I have three phones and the phone that I'm on. And I'm sure there's some other phones around here somewhere. I've never been big on like reselling my old phones. I'm always like, I just keep that for in case I need it for something.
All right.
So we're going to shut this down. Thanks everybody for joining live. Look for more Facebook lives. I know you guys can see my text messages coming in. So and my Facebook messages.
Yep.
Hey, Bob Willie's here. Bob from Seller Coaching. What's up, man? Bob, you have got to use Facebook Live. It is all the way live. We've got a lot of cool things. And Dan Metters is here from Source Cell Profit. It's just kind of the way it is. Guys, I'm super excited you guys came. Don't have a lot of like super secret special info for you guys today. You'll see a lot of you guys at the Scam Power Conference in a couple weeks. And you just look for more on Facebook Live. And don't just tune in to see me. Use Facebook Live yourself if you have a reason to share video on Facebook. It's it's going to be huge. Everywhere you can go now, you can share video. A lot of this world is going to be like the shopping trips, going to thrift stores, doing some retail arbitrage. But guys, I can put this on a tripod and set it up just like this and do some online arbitrage. I mean, this is crazy. This is totally what I should be doing. Look at this. Look at this feed. I mean, this is what it should be done. Set it here on a tripod and do some live online arbitrage.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, have you seen the trailer for the new movie Hardcore Henry?
Never even heard of it.
Okay, so you got to go watch it. So
no one can hear you. Hold on. All right, say it. Start over.
I said, have you seen the trailer for the new movie Hardcore Henry?
I've never heard of it.
And it's a movie that's kind of like a video game. It's filmed from the perspective of the star of the movie, who is Hardcore Henry. So you never even see him. All you see is his hands and feet. So it's like a first-person shooter. So like you were just saying, hey, you could look at me directly doing online arbitrage. That's what a whole movie's coming out from that angle. And if you get motion sick, this movie's going to kick your ass. I'll tell you that right now. But it looks cool. My wife and I always go to the movies, watch the trailers, we look at each other, say yes or no. When that one was over, we looked at each other. I said, hell yes, as she said, hell no. And I'm not like a video gamer. I'm not a first-person shooter kind of guy. I mean, I like them, but I just don't do it. But it looks so cool, and you took it to the online selling. You're like, I could flip it around, and you guys could watch me type and do my online arbitrage. So there you go. It's all the rage. It's all the kids are doing it.
No, but people need to break it down, right? People need to do what makes the most sense for them. If someone's got a video game audience, you just stream live on Facebook you playing, Mario. If that's what your audience wants, give it to them. It don't matter. It's so wide open to do what you want.
Look, you never know when you're going to be the next viral hit. A dumb teenager saying, damn, Daniel, has made him world famous. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go look it up, because this kid is known around the world already. And, hey, Chris, do you watch Amazing Race?
I haven't watched it in years, but I know it.
Okay, so this season, it's all YouTube stars and Vine stars, but all the same kind of thing. And so typically when these people are running around the country and they're in some alley in India trying to, find the clue, they're just two people with a camera crew following them. No big deal. These people, although all American and all speak English, they show up in these remote parts of the world and people know them from YouTube. Fans show up and they can't stop talking to them and taking pictures. That's the world we live in, where if you come up with something, you can make money and you can be worldwide instantly famous and recognizable. And sometimes it's stupid and as easy as, damn, Daniel.
There it is, man. You got to start the next one.
Yeah. If you figure it out, you could become rich and famous.
Dude, you realize we are having basically a video conference call on Facebook Live. Are you watching me on Facebook Live?
Yeah, I'm watching the feed.
Yeah, so I can switch between me and you depending on who's talking. And people are wondering in the feed, how did I get Jason on Facebook Live? Well, I took these headphones aren't doing anything. So it's computer speakers, so they can hear you, they can hear me, and have a conversation.
I mean, this could go on all day. I'm talking here, but I'm watching myself on this monitor from your feed that's coming out from down. I mean, it's just like if you thought about it too much, you would go insane.
Yeah. So, guys, this is just a little bit of a taste of like the technology that we have available to us and how we want to use it to provide value to you guys. And you know, most of this audience is going to be shopping trips, and dude, you should do a listing party, like how you list and how you can list quickly and upload photos from your phone and just put it up there because this archives automatically into your Facebook newsfeed or on your Facebook page, and if it's posted and shared in your group, it's going to be there as well. And yeah, it's just a great way to make content live on the fly and have it archived for other people to use. So I'm excited about it. Super excited.
But you know, you're right. You were like, well, I said, let's see who tunes in today to watch us on YouTube. We got 34 right now. We're up to about 49, and you have 81 on your live Facebook right now.
And we gotta go where the people are.
I hear you, brother. And I think I'm gonna try it for the first time. And as soon as I'm done shipping today, I'll go over to my group and do a live little Q&A for a few minutes, see how it works.
Dude, that's genius. Set it up on a tripod, share it to the group, do live Q&A, and answer people's questions that come as a reply to that share. And then everybody can read the questions, then watch the video even on a replay and be like, this is incredible. Like Q&A, you should just do a Monday Q&A with the group on Facebook Live. And yeah, it's huge.
I'm playing actual live with other people at poker tomorrow night. Maybe I'll Periscope and do my own version of like the WPT. Like I'll show my 2 cards, and then I'll take suggestions from everybody. You know what I should do. So yeah. So if you watch me on Periscope, maybe I'll Periscope a couple of hands of actual poker tomorrow night.
Dude, I think you just stumbled on one of the best ideas ever, right? Because check it out. There's got to be a way to do it where everybody could watch, right? So if I streamed my screen where I'm watching 6 different Facebook Live feeds, right? And you're all playing poker on a conference call, but you guys can't see each other, but I can see each other.
Yeah.
See all of you, and the audience can see all of you while you're playing virtual poker. Or Cards Against Humanity, or Exploding Kittens. Oh man, this is.
Wait, we're killing kittens now? What? That was a dark turn.
You haven't seen Exploding Kittens?
I guess I missed that one.
Yeah, look it up. It's popular.
Yeah. So when we're done here, go look up Exploding Kittens and damn Daniel. And trust me when I tell you this. If you're over the age of 25, this damn Daniel will make no sense to you. You will not even understand why it's so popular, but it is. 45 million views is nothing to sneeze at. And that was instantly.
He was on Ellen, and merch T-shirts were up within an hour.
Oh, yeah. And they talk about shoes, and people were saying these are like the shoes they're talking about and listing them on eBay for $300,000.
Yeah, I don't think they got any real.
No, but it became an instant viral thing. And my wife, being 50, she goes, "Come on, show me this damn Daniel. I don't even know what the hell you guys are talking about." So I gave her the crash course this morning. Now she's up to date.
All right, perfect. All right, hey, dude, we have 5 minutes left in the show, and actually fewer than that because I do got someplace I got to be.
All right.
So, guys, you can find me. I will be sharing and going live from Facebook.com/CJGreen. I am kind of maxed out on friends, but you can certainly still follow and get updates in your newsfeed when I post things, and including my live streams. And if you see my friends at 4999, then send me a friend request. You might just get in. I'm also on Periscope at Chris Green, though I don't post there as much. But Jason is more of a Periscope guy. He's going to be a Facebook Live guy. And yeah, you guys can follow him on both. I'm assuming you are Tiki Pug on both platforms. Am I right?
You are correct. At Tiki Pug. It's easy to find me. 2 small, short words pushed together. Very easy.
Everybody that's asking questions in the newsfeed, I can't reply live, but I will update anybody that asks a question as a comment on this video. I will make sure you guys have the link to Jason on Periscope and on his Facebook profile. Because you're a little more selective about your friends So
Yeah, well, you and I are the exact opposites.
you got room.
Yeah, my friend request right now is at like 563 or something.
Oh, dude, I've got that many, and I'm maxed out. Because if you're at 4999, you can still take requests. You can't accept them all, but you can just keep taking requests.
Yep.
So it's
All right, yeah.
fun.
So if anybody wants to check me out, I'm gonna try a live Facebook in the group, in my group, the Thrifting Board. So, and I'll do it probably within a half hour or so, give or take. I gotta ship 2 more things, but I'll give it a whirl. I haven't done it yet, and yeah, let's try a little Q&A in the group.
All right, guys, and this channel, this show is still here. It's still around. It probably won't be on as regular of a schedule, but down below, click that subscribe button, and you can get notifications when we schedule a show and when we go live. And of course, we'll be posting it on Facebook and in our groups as well for this format. When this format makes the most sense, we will be using this format. And when Facebook Live or Periscope or something else makes the most sense, we will be using that format. You guys can follow us on all these channels, get updates as you go. Almost everything we do is recorded, so if you can't catch us live, no worries. You might miss some of the best info or the timeliest info, but we completely understand if you've got to catch us on the replay. So do not fret and stress yourselves out trying to catch us live all the time, because we will be there on the replay. So, Jason, anything else you want to add?
Just a little shout to our boy Scott Henshaw, who did this awesome Photoshop of me hanging out in front of the Welcome to Las Vegas sign in a macrame outfit.
Hold on, let me put that on the screen. I want to make sure everybody catches it.
So just for no other reason other than fun and shenanigans.
He was bored.
Well, I needed it for something, so but I just needed one. He sent me like 4 options. So that's my new Welcome to Las Vegas, come hang out with me sign.
Interesting. All right, well, everybody's seen it now, all 89 viewers.
Yep.
All right, let's wrap this up on live. All right, thanks, guys. I know it was a little crazy episode here. Glad you guys got to hear Jason in the background. You didn't get to hear him the first half. I forgot that I was on headphones. But look for more live streams from me here on Facebook. If you guys have an idea for something you'd like to see me do live, I'd be happy to consider it. I think some online arbitrage, retail arbitrage sourcing is going to be fun. And maybe some merch designs on the fly will be good, too. All right, so see you guys. Let's see if I can end this. End live video. 397 total viewers. This is killer. Look at this information. It tells me who watched. I can follow up. It lets me save to the camera roll if I want to download it and remix it.
Now, see, here's what we should have done. Damn it! I should have periscoped right that moment, and then we could have had just really the vortex that would get sucked all in.
Well, let's do it when we have a good reason and not just to make the vortex.
Yeah, but still, it would have been fun. I'm like, well, why did I think the periscope? Damn it! All right, well, thank you everyone for tuning in. Good to see you, Chris. We still have more to catch up on, but it was nice to finally get a chance to talk and hang. And we'll see each other in 2 weeks.
2 weeks, man. It's coming up quick.
Yep, I can't wait. It's going to be fun.
Thanks so much, chat room. See you guys.
Peace.